Hello, great people. Betty Akeredolu has come for Nigeria and the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. By the way, Betty Akeredolu is the wife of the immediate past governor of Ondo State. In this video, I'll be telling you how Betty Akeredolu decided to cast aspersion on Nigeria by referring to Nigeria as a zoo, what led to that, and how she has cast aspersion on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, particularly the election that brought Bola Ahmed Tinubu into office. The interesting thing is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the political godfather of her late husband. So you can now imagine that why would Betty be coming for an election that brought Bola Ahmed Tinubu into office? So I'll be telling you the displacement of Betty, and I'll also be telling you and giving you instances how when politicians are in power, when everything is favoring them, they are like anti-Nigerian in such a way that they don't really care about the Nigerian masses. But when they fall out of line, then they reason normally like you and I. By the way, Betty Akeredolu is of the Igbo extraction. So our use of the word zoo has given some form of validation to that word that was allegedly asserted by Nnamdi Kanu. So Betty Akeredolu is from Imo State in Owerri, from Owerri in Imo State. I will also be telling you the politics in her state and how she was edged out. You see, first, let me say something, which is that politicians always know Nigeria is bad when they are no longer in power. In the sense that when Betty was the first lady of Ondo State and her husband is part of the APC, we didn't hear much from her. The way Nigerians were complaining, we didn't hear from Betty, but immediately she left power. Then you will now see that people in her class, and I'll give you instances, that is when they will remember that Nigeria is bad and they will be calling for action from the citizens. Remember El Rufai? When El Rufai left office, it was then that he remembered that there are some things wrong in Nigeria. The El Rufai that usually failed to obey court order is now the one rushing to court to save him from probe by the state House of Assembly. Remember Rotimi Amechi? Rotimi Amechi, while he was in power, he did sweet am. When he left power, he begin the jam talk, you know. He will be the one that say, oh, Nigerians are too calm. Ordinarily, you know, Nigerians should be stoning their leaders if it is, if how the country is anything to go by. So there are a lot of instances around you that you will see that when people are in power, they don't talk. Aregbesola is another example, the former governor of Osun State. When he was in power, everything they sweet am. But when he left power, he say, oh, Nigeria is in a lot of trouble. If care is not taken, things will fall out of hand and all that. Why didn't you say this when you were in power? When you were in power, if people say some of these things that Nigeria is not good, if care is not taken, things will fall out of hand, you tell them to shut up, that everything is okay with Nigeria. So same for Betty Akeredolu. So what I can say to this politician is, I beg, in the name of God, you don't belong to our class. Leave us alone. Don't claim to be part of us. We know ourselves. You are not part of us. No be say na so you like us or na so you love us. Now because you don't fall out of clique, they don't edge you come off for line. That is why you now want to cross over to us to be part of. No, you are not part of us. We know ourselves. You are part of those that brought us to where we are. So you cannot now claim to be part of us and join us when you fall out of clique with those people. That is what I can say. Then Rotimi Akeredolu called Nigeria a zoo, right? Okay, she may have a displeasure, but if anybody is to call Nigeria a zoo, it will be people that are suffering from what is going wrong with Nigeria. People that Nigeria is happening to every day. People that are dying in the hospital. People that their lives are not secured. People that don't have a job. Those are the people that I believe are qualified to call Nigeria a zoo, not Betty Akeredolu, because she's part of the people that brought Nigeria to where it is. When Buhari was perpetuating injustice to the people of the Southeast, Betty Akeredolu, her husband, was in APC with Buhari, right? And they were in the same party. We didn't see Betty Akeredolu to come out and speak confidently for the people of the Southeast. It's now that she has fallen out of clique that she's now remembering the people of the Southeast. And if she calls Nigeria a zoo, she's a beneficiary of that zoo. For instance, when her husband was ill and he traveled for medical tourism, Rotimi Akeredolu did not transfer power to his deputy, Lucky Ayedatiwa, and that led to a lot of issue in the state. That led to a lot of running battle between the political class in the state, those that were loyal to Lucky Ayedatiwa and those that were loyal to Rotimi Akeredolu. What Rotimi Akeredolu, the husband of Betty, did can only happen in a zoo, because you can only leave office or medical tourism for long and fail to transfer power in a country like Nigeria. So if she's calling Nigeria a zoo, she's part of the beneficiaries of that zoo system, because her husband left office without transmitting power. That cannot happen in a country that is, in quote, not a zoo. So you see, one thing that I realize is that I think Betty is talking based on a strained relationship with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. She believed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have been there for her the more. She believed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have carried her cross the more. But then, perhaps because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is busy as president, a lot of things on his table, or Bola Ahmed Tinubu do not just find it relevant or important to kind of like align with her and be on her side. In the sense that if anybody is going to cast aspersion on the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it shouldn't come from Betty Akeredolu, because she and her husband and the whole of their generation and family owes Bola Ahmed Tinubu a debt of political gratitude. Betty Akeredolu said that Nigeria election is being counted for 5 days, but that of US is being counted for just 10 hours, despite the fact that over 100 million people voted in the US and Nigeria is just 25 million. We know, right? Now, apart from your husband being a beneficiary of that flawed system, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that you are casting aspersion on his election, don't misquote me. I'm not validating the election of Tinubu. I'm just saying that we know ourselves. Don't come and join us. Don't come and do as if you are part of us. No, you are not part of us. You know, we that are suffering from the hills of Nigeria, we know ourselves. Bola Ahmed Tinubu made Rotimi Akeredolu who he was, the governor of Ondo State. Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought the battle of Rotimi Akeredolu. You know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is good at that. He's a political striker. He goes all out to acquire power. He goes all out to install his political boys. He goes all out to install those he believes in. That's Bola Ahmed Tinubu for you. He went all out for Buhari. Buhari ordinarily would not have won the APC primary ticket in you would not have won the APC presidential ticket in the primary election in 2015. Atiku would have snatched it from Buhari, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought the battle as his personal battle. Same he did for Akeredolu in Osun State. He also did it for Rotimi Akeredolu. He made Rotimi Akeredolu governor. He fought his battle. He stood by him. He made sure he got the ticket, and he tried his best to make sure that Rotimi Akeredolu won the election legitimate or illegitimately. Now, if your husband won an election that was sponsored and all the modalities was overseen by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is a sign of ingratitude for you to now come out to cast aspersion on the election of such a man. You know, if anybody is to abuse the man, perhaps it shouldn't come from you, because if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, for instance, a political thug, you have benefited from that thuggery. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a political hooligan, you have benefited from that political hooliganism. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a rigger of election, you have benefited from the rigging of that is election. So you shouldn't try to now play saint or come for the man, because Tinubu was the God with the small letter G of Rotimi Akeredolu. It was Tinubu that made Rotimi Akeredolu politically relevant. So the truth is that before now, this same Betty Akeredolu that is casting aspersion on Bola Ahmed Tinubu whenever she sees Tinubu during the election of Rotimi Akeredolu, when Rotimi Akeredolu was governor, I'm sure she would kneel down on two legs and almost be worshiping Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what has changed? The thing is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not supporting her as she thought that Bola Ahmed Tinubu would. And I'll give you two instances. Betty Akeredolu, she's from Imo State. She wants to be senator, but Uzodinma is not giving her the support. Perhaps because, in caucus, there are also caucus. So perhaps because Rotimi Akeredolu is not part of the, inner caucus of Uzodinma. That's why the fact that they are in the same party. Because if not, ordinary senator, it's very easy to just kind of like give her the slot. And it has happened before. She can be the first lady of Ondo State and go and become a senator in Imo State. Remember the case of Yayi, Senator Yayi. He was a senator in Lagos. He tried to become a senator in Ogun State. Ibukule Amosun, when he was governor, did not allow him. But when Dapo Abiodun became the governor, Yayi is a senator now representing Ogun State. But then she didn't get the backing of Tinubu because it doesn't cost Tinubu anything. If Tinubu had called Uzodinma that, Alpha, Betty won't be senator now, give her that ticket, I'm sure that Uzodinma would have backed down and perhaps given her the ticket based on the deep respect that he has for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But that has not been the case. So these things is making Betty Ayedatiwa to kind of like be displeased with the political camp of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because she feels that she should be getting more support, which she's not getting. Another reason why Betty Ayedatiwa has been kind of like making a lot of statements that ordinarily somebody in her class will not make, that it is the statement that ordinary Nigerians that are suffering are making, is that when Rotimi Akeredolu died, there was a running battle based on the failure to transmit power. And some of the people in Akeredolu camp believe that Lucky Ayedatiwa, the incumbent governor now, who was then deputy to Rotimi Akeredolu, they believe that Lucky Ayedatiwa was apparently praying for Akeredolu to die, that he wasn't cooperative enough. When Rotimi Akeredolu died, the Akeredolu camp were not in support of Lucky Ayedatiwa becoming the governor. But then, it is normal. Lucky Ayedatiwa is the political next of kin of Rotimi Akeredolu, so he has to be sworn in. But then, during the primary, Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not move against Lucky Ayedatiwa. He just allowed him to play his game. And with the power of incumbency, Lucky Ayedatiwa became the flag bearer of APC in the election, right? And now, the Akeredolu family now wants to be supporting the candidate of the SDP. So, Betty Ayedatiwa believes that you are the one that installed Akeredolu as governor. I mean, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rotimi Akeredolu died, and these people that were allegedly wishing him death, including Lucky Ayedatiwa, just so that he can benefit from his death as the deputy governor. Why would you not do everything to go against Lucky Ayedatiwa? But the truth is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu now has a lot on his hands as president, and he doesn't want to be mentioned in all these political gymnastics. And Betty Ayedatiwa is displeased with that. Perhaps if they have compensated her with the senatorial ticket, maybe she wouldn't be making all this noise now. And that's why I believe that she's only speaking because she has fallen out of line, not because she loves Nigeria or Nigerians. If she has been duly compensated, she wouldn't be speaking now. So that's why I said that we know ourselves and you are not part of us. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.